Dear Diary, since my hair's actually a little washed, a little clean today, I might as well milk this and do another quick video. Well, they're not quick. Fuck, this one shouldn't be too long, I hope. I want to diarize as much of this as I can because I would love to die immediately. Um, I used to say my life was one of the most insane in history, but the more I've looked at even the people who have the craziest lives, my life is so much more fucking insane. I wish it wasn't. Again, grass is greener on the other side. You all think, oh, if you were a guy like me, it looks like a rock star and girls throw themselves at you all the time. That's great. Not remotely true. Oh, your life's always exciting and dramatic. You win awards, you star in Snapple commercials, you've been on America's Got Talent, you've won fuckloads of this and that. You're amazing, you're a superstar. 17 pieces of the New York Times about you. You've 4 photos of you in the New York Times. Not bad, with no effort. It's horrible. Being me is horrendous. Having women, I have a phrase from as a teenager. There's one thing worse than having all women hate you, and that's having women like you. The grass is greener on the other side. You all think, if only I was more beautiful. No, being good looking is hell. There are girls I've adored. I like hot nerds. I don't like your Victoria's Secret models. To me, they are completely unattractive, except for Adriana Lima, until I found out she was a Catholic, and then nothing makes my dick go softer faster. Uh, and the other one, Alessandra Ambrosio. Oh my god, she was kind of exotic too. But the rest were just ordinary pretty girls. Boring. I like quirky, nerdy girls. You give me like an Aubrey Plaza, an Ellen Page. Um, who's another quirky girl I love? I was a Mackenzie Phillips guy. You remember her? Dorky, lovely. I like your dorky beauties, like Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is flat out fucking gorgeous. Am I right? I think everybody agrees. She's fucking gorgeous, like a classical beauty. And yet there's also, you can see it, still that dork. That dork. And oh, I love a beautiful dork. Um, but I look like a fucking rock star. Now most guys are jealous. They wish, oh man, you got fucking full head of hair. You look like a rock star. They love my nose. Look at that nose. You see that nose here? Let me see if I can get it for you. Here, let me put this here. I'll put this t-shirt here. Look at the fucking sharp points on that nose. I love my nose. Some people, I've gotten a bazillion compliments on my teeth. Although I don't take care of them anymore. I just want to die. But, so a lot of people were jealous of me. It's like, I try to tell audiences, because I get on stage and I look like a fucking cool... I'll get on stage and I look like the coolest motherfucker of all time. With my amazing instruments, etc., all paid for with lawsuit money, because I fought back and won a fuckload of money and bought all my music gear with it. I'm a little bit cooler than Jimmy Page, just a little bit cooler than Jimi Hendrix. I'm the only major guitarist you know who got all of his guitars through lawsuits for false arrest, false imprisonment. It's a little bit more rock and roll than Jimi Hendrix walking into a store and buying one. Little bit more, thank you very much. I'm amazing in every way. I wish I wasn't. Like, I'm happy being celibate. Right now, I could be fucking lots of girls. But, so people say, are you celibate by choice? I say, that's a good question, because yes and no. I'm celibate by choice in that I could fuck girls every day, but they would be girls I'm not attracted to. So, it's not choice. But it is a choice, you see? Now, most of you watching this are probably miserable. And you should be. Life is a horrific, difficult, arduous parade of pain. And it doesn't have to be that way. But if you think having been born good looking would have made a difference, you're wrong. The good looking people in many ways have it much worse than the not good looking people. Just like we smart people are a million times more miserable than the dumb people are. You see? Everything is hyper ironic. Up is down, remember? The grass is greener on the other side. That taught you that it's an illusion. Everything you see is false. The earth looks flat because it's an illusion. The sky looks blue because it's an illusion. It's fake. The ocean looks blue. It's not. It's clear. It's a fake illusion. Everything. So, do you see that before we even came on the planet? Everything was fake and everything was an illusion. Never forget that and spread the word, because that's the only way we can move forward as a species is we have to first admit the chains we're in, that we're all handcuffed, that we're all slaves to this cunt Mother Nature, and our lives are horrible. And we can fix it. I got solutions. You can't name a problem that I can't solve in one day. That's why everybody ganged up to stop me. And protect the status quo. So, you wouldn't believe how many girls I've been attracted to who won't give me the time of day. Because if you're a cute nerd and you see me, I look like some fucking dude who fucks lots of girls and a womanizer. But nothing could be further truth. The looks are what? Deceiving. Thank you. What you see might be an illusion. I wanted to log just some of my girl stories, just to show you. Well, one, I think they're really interesting and funny. Plus, I have to diarize as much of my shit as I can before I hang up. And, but it's sad. It also shows you I wasted my whole life as a political activist. I fought battles I didn't have to fight. I, an alpha male, wasted my entire life fighting for the underdogs. And the underdogs didn't even thank me. The underdogs, in fact, fucked me over because they still wanted to climb the ladder and impress the people above me I'm going after. It's despicable. Check this out. Most guys in America can't touch this. I would walk down the hallways in junior high and high school and girls would whistle at me. I'm not talking about once. I'm not talking about 10 times. I'm talking about hundreds of times. Girls would say, "Nice ass." I do have a really nice ass. I love my ass. It's like a woman's ass almost. It's firm, smooth, round. Should I show it? Love my ass. I've had so many guys say I have a great ass. Girls would yell out, "Great ass, nice ass," all the time. But I was sworn to celibacy. I wouldn't go near girls for lots of different reasons. One is I don't want to be a slave to my dick. I don't want to be a slave to my heart. I know this much. I can't trust my heart. We all can agree with that. The heart deceives us. Everything is a lie. My dick misleads me because everything in this universe is a lie. Again, we humans are smarter though, and we could actually beat nature. We've done it before, and we can do it again. But none of you seem to want to. You all seem to be pretty content with the way things are. I don't see a lot of people getting off their asses trying to fix this shit. So I just want to give you a couple funny female stories. But just to set it up, I mean, my babysitter was 10, I believe, and I was maybe 8ish. And there was a lot of people around our house. We were having a little party, all of our friends, like teenagers. And I was like always the baby. And she took me to the bathroom. She took off all of her clothes, and then she said, "Now you take off all your clothes." And I said, "No, no." I was born different than human beings. You can talk to most people. One of the biggest cliches, the three biggest sentences I've heard in my life from people all over the world who meet me, they all say the same thing. There's, "I've never met anyone like you," or "You're the most unique person I've ever met," blah, blah, blah. There's I've heard this from thousands and thousands of people all over the world. "How are you not rich and famous? How are you not rich and famous? How are you?" People even posted on some of these videos. They're like, "How do you not go viral?" I've heard that from so many people. People even mock me. They're like, are you an alcoholic? What has kept you? You're so fucking talented in every category. What keeps you from being rich and successful? I say, because I'm allergic to kissing ass. Ding, ding, ding. And what was the third thing that people always say to me? Fuck, I'm blanking. There was some point there. Oops. I am literally the most unique human being all the time. Now, again, you think some of you knee-jerked and thought that was a boast because you're ignorant and lazy in the brain. So you just say, "Well, other people, when they say things like that, it's a boast. So it must be a boast here." Right. Judge me by the assholes you met in the past. Exactly. That's why you have to take your shoes off at the fucking airport, because they're judging you based on that asshole. See? No one should have to take their shoes off because of that one asshole. And they're not keeping us 1% safer. It's all fake. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. All airport security is fake. And I said that before they did the stings. And they did the stings, and airport security proved fake every time. None of this is a secret, people. We already know the future exactly. I was born different. I never had any interest in being popular. Never had any interest in fitting in. I thought it was when I was a boy. I thought I was just something. There was something wrong with me. Everybody else loved this stupid shit on TV. Everybody else. I mean, I like a lot of the same shit you guys love. I love the Beatles. I love Led Zeppelin. I loved Three's Company. I loved Fantasy Island. I love Heath Ledger as the Joker. I love a lot of things you people love because that's where you use your brains. But there's a lot of shit you people love where you didn't use your brains. You got lazy, and if you really looked closer, you would hate it. But you got lazy, or you just went along with the flow. Nobody believes in a virgin birth. No one ever did. It's a lie. They just want to fit in with the popular crowd. Um, mm, I don't know why. It took me to my teenage years before I realized, oh my God, I'm different from everybody else because I'm smarter. Oh no, that's depressing. They're dumb. They just accept things the way it is. Or the way it are. As you notice, I can barely talk anymore. My brain is still mush from being tortured in Rikers over 800 days. That the human body is unfortunately very, very durable. I wish it wasn't. I would prefer to be dead. We're talking about girls. Let's talk about girls. Now, so girls have always hit on me my whole life. When I was a little boy, my cousin, she's fucking wrestling with me, trying to fondle me. My life is insane. Every aspect of my life is fucking bonkers. Here's an example. My friend, I'm in the East Village. I'm going down the street, or whatever I was doing, late in the evening. This friend of mine who's a musician, he walks by, he says, hey, I'm going over to this. We were walking down the sidewalk talking, and I said, where are you going right now? He says, I'm going to this bar. There's a pole dancing competition right now with an open bar. And I said, ooh, open bar, free booze. Can I come? And he's like, sure, come on. So we go there. Now, I'm not interested in pole dancing contests. I don't like the kind of girls who do pole dancing. They're very rock and roll. It's a problem. I look like a rock and roller. The chicks who love me are the rock and roll chicks. Nerds don't like me. Nerds think I'm some fucking rock and roll dude, and I'm not. You say, well, then cut your hair, Christopher. No, I had long hair 9 years before I became a musician. I don't have long hair because I'm a musician. I don't give a fuck about cliches. Your cliches are stupid. Now we go in, and immediately, first I got to get my drinks before the open bar closes. Packed, fuckloads of girls, a lot of them. Tons of too much fucking. I don't like girls in makeup. I'm sorry, and no men do. Men do not want to kiss a clown. Men don't want to see you in lace. Lace is scratchy, itchy, uncomfortable. Men want to see you in a pair of sweatpants because it makes them think right below that loose fabric is her taut flesh. Do you see? Men do not want to see women in high heels. It's a turnoff. Seeing women in high heels is a turnoff. No, men always. No, it's your girlfriends who tell you look good and your gay male friends who tell you look good. Stop wearing makeup, women. I know it's partial, your insecurity crap, and it's your fucking protection armor. Stop it. It's 2015. It's time we all grow up and act like fucking adults. Stop wearing makeup, ladies. They lied to you. Men do not. Remember, and even men bought into this shit and believe they like big tits, and they like lace, and they like high heels, and they like tons of makeup. A lot of men believe it because they saw that was what society said. Now that's some shit where most of that shit was faked by big corporations to sell makeup. Duh. I'm surrounded by girls. None of them am I attracted to at all, in any way. I generally don't like girls with tattoos. I'm sorry. I generally don't like guys with tattoos either. I do like creative tattoos. I think tattoos are awesome. I'm an artist. I've drawn tattoos. I like human flesh. I'm weird. I like a girl's flesh. I don't want it covered up. So we're hanging out. I'm drinking some beers. I'm not very happy. I'm like, okay, well, I got to be productive while I'm here. Maybe I'll meet the girl of my dreams here, but I doubt it. All of a sudden, this girl walks through the crowd, and I'm like, whoa, 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 bam, bam, bam. That girl right there. She was beautiful, brunette. I should post a photo of her. I forget her name. Looked different than every other girl there. She didn't look like a super nerd, but she looked like very different. Kind of cute, not rock and roll. Do you follow me? And I saw her and I said, there, if I was going to hit on a girl, and I don't because it's against my religion, Also, I believe if a girl really likes me and she's a strong girl, I only like alpha females. If you're an alpha female, if you're right for me, you're going to come and ask me out. And if you don't, that means you're not right for me. So I see her and I'm like, that's the girl I'd hit on if I was going to hit on a girl. But whatever, blah, blah, blah. So we're still hanging out. These girls are dancing. I'm like, yeah, pole dancing doesn't. I mean, some of it's acrobatic. I appreciate that. But I was mostly getting the free beer to shut my brain down. And I was like, oh look, there's a chair on the couch over there, a seat on the couch or whatever, reclining. I said, while I'm hanging out here, maybe I'll meet the girl of my dreams, a musician who wants to run away with me and do music and have fun all over the world. That's what I'm looking for. A girl who can keep up with me and wants to travel the world making music and art and having fun and mostly living off the grid. Just one girl. I don't want to fuck millions of girls. I'm not a loser. Remember, only guys who have low self-esteem want to fuck a lot of girls because it makes them feel more valuable. And I understand most of you were born, it's not your fault. You were born with low self-esteem. It was another dirty trick of that cunt Mother Nature. She planted that shit in your heads. You've all seen it. How many girls, one of my friends right now, she just said, I'm 92 pounds, angry that I'm not 90. See? It's fake. It's a lie. The insecurity most of us have is a lie. You see it. You'll see a lot of pretty girls with a short, fat, bald guy. He doesn't even have to be rich. He might have to have personality or something. But it helps to be rich. But of course, you know now you're not going to get a real girl. If she likes you because you're rich, she's fake. If she likes you because you're tall, she's fake. If she likes you because you're handsome, she's fake. You understand? I've had girls who want to fuck me because they saw me in the New York Times. I'm like, that's disgusting. That's fake. You just insulted me. That's disgusting. I have a song called Don't Love Me Because I'm Beautiful. Ha ha ha. This girl, check this out. Now this is insane. This really is insane. And this has happened to me more times than I can fucking recount. It's crowded against packed, music playing, blah blah blah. I'm like, I can hang out here and while the open bar is open, still keep getting drinks, and I'll finish writing some songs. I had some songs. Always have songs to write, so I have notes on me at all times. So anywhere I am waiting in line, anywhere I can take it out, little note, and finish song lyrics, etc. I have to multitask. I'm too fucking busy. But I also wanted the free booze to shrink my brain so I don't kill myself right then and there. I sit down. I start writing songs. Guess of all these girls in this room, there's maybe packed room, maybe 100 people. Crowded, too crowded. I sit down, I start writing my song lyrics. Of all the people in the room, guess who comes and sits next to me? Ding, ding, ding. The one girl I was attracted to. She not only sits next to me, she starts up a conversation with me. She's drunk. She says, what are you writing? I said, it's a song lyric called, it describes one of my new kisses I invented. I invented a kiss called Ice Lime Rape, or is it Rape Ice Lime? It's got a great title. Rape, Ice, and Lime. I forget the sequence right now. It's much more poetic. It's a kiss. I learned with this. I was with this Japanese girl one night. That story's amazing. I should tell you the Japanese girl story. That story is fucking bonkers. That story is fucking bonkers. Most of these stories are uncanny. They're almost like supernatural, as you'll see in this one. With this girl, what I did was I bought her. I took her out for drinks. We had mixed drinks. When the drink is gone, you're left with lime and ice. So I took ice cube and the lime in my mouth, grabbed her, and I started. This is the Japanese girl when I invented this kiss. I started kissing her, and I forced the ice cube and the lime into her mouth. So she's getting my tongue. She's getting ice cold, liquidy. She's getting sour lime. She's getting all this shit, and it's like her mouth is being raped. Great kiss. Try it. I encourage every human to try it. Ice cube, lime, make out. Try it. It's fantastic. Same with my liquor kisses. Although I'm sure I'm not the first. I'm not obviously not the first person who came with liquor kisses, but I am the brilliant genius who said, "Wait a minute." I said, "We need a good name for these liquor kisses." That's where you have tequila in your mouth and you grab a girl and you start kissing her, and as you're kissing her, you're slowly feeding her the tequila across her lips and tongue. It's fucking sexy as fuck. It's fantastic. And checking the clock here. So I was writing a song to teach people about this kiss. And I mentioned it to her, and blah, blah, blah. She was saying something else. She was kind of incoherent, but I thought she was gorgeous. And bam, bam, bam. You can't control that shit. A girl doesn't have to be gorgeous. We can't control it. There's something about certain people that knocks us the fuck out. They don't have to be necessarily beautiful or smart or anything. We have no control over that shit. Again, Mother Nature is a dirty, deceptive cunt. Pardon my Canadian. This girl, at one point I said to her, because I'm always looking for musicians to work with, both guys and girls, for a lot of reasons. And I said to her, do you sing? I said, I'm looking for some female singers. Do you sing? She's like, only in the shower. And then I said something else, and I said, I forget. I think I said, I asked her something, and she says to me, you don't ask a woman what she wants. You tell her. And I was like, damn, this girl is old-fashioned. I'm generally new-fashioned, thank you very much. And when she said that, I was like, wow, that's sexy. Like she wants me to take her right now. But I'm not that kind of guy. Again, if a woman wants me, she has to man up and take charge. But this girl, so then at one point she finally like, oh, I see my friends over there. I have to go now. And she got up, stood up, and then I said something to her. It was loud. And I said something like, or I might have even said, like, I can't hear you. And so she leaned over me. I'm sitting on like a recliner chair. She leaned over to me to say something. And I just grabbed her by the back of her head, pulled her in, and started making out with her. She completely went with it. Next thing you know, she's riding my knee, humping the shit out of my knee. And I said to her, I'm kissing her, and she's fucking awesome. And I whispered in her ear, you're my next girlfriend. Or something like, words to that effect. Like, I want you as my girlfriend. And then she would grind into my knee even harder with her crotch. And pretty soon, it was pretty hot and heavy. Everybody in the room was watching. And maybe it was 5-10 minutes. And then finally, like her friends came over and they're like, oh, we got to go now. We got to go. I was like, she's like, oh, I got her number. I won't tell you how that story unfolds. It's not that interesting. But, because I'm trying to just focus on the fun examples. She didn't end up being my girlfriend, needless to say. She was like all females. They will fool around with anyone at any given time. Even out of boredom. They don't have standards. That's one reason why you will see a woman who marries a man she's not even attracted to. Because they don't care about love. Because women, you have to remember this, boys, women can have anything they want, except for one thing, faithful boyfriend or faithful husband. But otherwise, they can have whatever they want. And what happens when you can have anything you want? You don't want it. We all know it's pretty easy for a woman to get sex. So no woman values sex. To them, it's just a tool. I mean, they may enjoy it, but to them, it's just a tool. And also, all women, their male friends, will fall in love with them. Almost any woman can have love. Easily. Every single man wants to love her. Every school teacher she has wants to love her. The mailman wants to love her. Her dad's friends all want to love her. Women do not value love because it comes too easily. See? It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Nature fucked all of us. We're all fucking victims of that cunt Mother Nature. But let's focus on the issue at hand about how insane my life is with girls. I'll give you a couple more examples. But you understand, that's fucking supernatural. The one girl I'm interested in comes up to me. That's happened in almost every situation. Let me give you sorry, I know I'm terrible. I told you I'm a terrible storyteller. Don't deny it. I'm a terrible storyteller. So, what's another couple, really, some of my favorites? The Japanese girl story is crazy. I'll tell you that one. I think I might have already done a diary about it, but I was dating this. Oh, here's a perfect. Well, I'll use that example. I won't name her, even though everybody knows the story. I was at a club, a weird performance art space I used to go to all the time called Surf Reality. One day I'm in the back row getting high with two of my friends, Reverend Hank and Barry Agita. They know a lot of these people more than me because I'm trying to be antisocial because I can't trust humans. I'm better off not talking to them, etc. Keep them all at arm's length. But these two guys are awesome and cool, and I'm hanging out. We're smoking a joint in the back row of this little homemade theater. And there's people dancing on the dance floor, the stage. And I say, who's that girl in the blue? Because I finally noticed her. You know, when you notice somebody for the first time, they might have been around you, but you didn't notice them. I never noticed her, and this time I noticed her, and I was like, she's. I said, who's that girl right there? And they said, that's. I'll say her name. No, I won't. Eh, everybody knows she's not private, but I guess I'll be polite and not say her name. Is that polite? See, we live in a world where you're not supposed to kiss and tell. Again, every sign shows you the same thing. Don't tell the truth. They teach you from birth. Don't tell the truth and don't tell the truth. That's all of our society. I don't want to live in that world. I'm sorry. I don't care if you say things about me that are embarrassing or flattering. I only care if they're true and sincere. Sorry. This girl, we'll call her S. They say that's S. And I said, damn, she's hot. And they said, you're right, she's damn hot. I hadn't noticed before. And they said, but don't even think about it. She's dating Ivan, who all the girls loved. He looks like a young Pacino meets, well, whatever. And the chicks love those half Italian, half Jew guys. Chicks go crazy for the Jews. I don't know why. Have you ever heard my song, Goddamn the Black Man? I'll give you a taste of my hit single, Goddamn the Black Man. That's where I go. Every white woman, she wants a black man. God damn the black man. Every Asian woman, she wants a black man. God damn the black man. Every Jewish woman, she wants a black man. God damn the black man. Sometimes it's liberal guilt. It's all kinds of factors. But you'll see a lot of girls love Jewish guys. And it's not, maybe it's subconscious because of the... But also, I have to say, the cliche is true. Most of the Jews I know are funnier and more talented and artsy. Yeah, they're terrible at sports. And again, remember, I've always hated racism. I've never judged people by anything but their own individual merit. I don't care if you're homeless, handsome, good looking, fat, ugly, skinny. I don't care. I've never treated people that way. You can talk to the people in high school and junior high and elementary school. I talk to the jocks the same as I talk to the nerds, talk to everybody the same. I treat everybody the same. I believe in equality. I know everyone says I'm crazy. I say you're crazy. Equality is a fucking awesome thing, you fucking assholes. And I always denounced racism. But then I've learned over the decades that, and I think it's actually genetically true, that there is a lot to be said for race. For example, my descendants, my mother's side is all French. My father's side is all French. Now, I don't know what the fuck that means. All I know is my last name is French, and my parents are French with 1/8 American Indian. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Everyone says I'm weird. Everyone says I'm unique. Whatever. I can't find anybody on the same page as me. I can't find any allies anywhere on earth. I can't find anybody who thinks like me or feels like me. It's fucking lonely. But I've always been arrogant. I've always been cocky. When I was a little boy, I was the cockiest person in the room, confident. I'm always right, smarter than everybody else, funnier than everybody else, blah, blah, blah. But then I would hear people say, the French are arrogant, or the French would stand up to George Bush, and all of a sudden I'd be like, damn, they sound like me. I'm like, and the more I heard this, people say, oh yeah, well you do that because you're French. I'm like, really? I do that because I'm French? And of course, most of the things I do, my dad did, and he didn't raise me. So we do agree with heredity, right? We all agree heredity is real. You can get diseases from your parents. You can get your personality traits from your parents. It's not even your personality traits. That's how fake nature is. That is how fake nature is. We get our personalities from our parents through our DNA and our genetic molecules. Creepy, but true. I don't think anybody disputes heredity. Right? My dad was bald at the age of 20. All of his brothers were bald by the age of 20. I'm never going bald. Because my mother's side, they all have full heads of hair. And you already knew that. You get it from your mother, they say. I believe it because I've seen it. But racism, think about it. If you think about it, I have a song called Italians Are the Bums of Europe. Now, it's a joke. Italians are the bums of Europe. It's just a funny joke, I think. But there's a lot of truth to racism, isn't there? Think about it. There must be a certain genetic makeup of the French, right? Because if you think about it, these are people who live at one point in time, they're a group of people in one part of the world, isolated because of they didn't have automobiles and planes. So they have to fuck and procreate with the people nearest. All humanity is a bunch of inbreds. We know that. If you believe science, we're inbred. If you believe religion, we're inbreds. We're inbreds. That's not open to debate. But based on geography way back then, the villagers or whatever, the tribe has to fuck other members of the same tribe. It has to. That's just the way nature worked. That's just the way life goes. Incestuousness. You maybe fuck your neighbor's daughter, and everybody, you know what I mean? You marry your neighbor's daughter, but it's all still the same, pretty much the same gene pool. Do you see what I'm saying? No one's going to go on a horseback ride for fucking 90 days carrying tons of supplies on a horse to get laid. They're going to pick the nearest person to procreate with. So the French, it stands to reason that the French would have a personality, certain personality traits and genetic makeup that other races or ethnicities don't. You see? It's funny that people don't realize this, but racism, there's a lot of truth to racism, ironically, that there are genetic makeups. Right? So if, let's say Jews, let's say you have some people who are predisposed to literature or art, whereas some people, some people are natural athletes. Am I wrong? Some people are naturally good at this, naturally good at that. It's not up to us. Now, we are talented enough that sometimes we can overcome that. But it stands to reason. If you have a bunch of guys who are Jewish, who ethnicity-wise, who European Jews, let's say, who are good, they're funny, they're talented, they are like to make music and dances and other stuff. They're artistically inclined, terrible at sports. Now, that's not even a secret. Who are the Jews going to fucking procreate with? We're going to fuck other Jews and procreate. To this day in 2015, the Jews still say to their kids, we want you to marry other Jews because we're Nazis and we believe in keeping the race pure. This is the world I live in. A fucking insane world where everyone's full of shit, everything's fake, everything's a lie. Oh my God. And it's true, don't believe me. Ask Jews. Do your own investigation. Have you ever had any Jews out there wish their kids would marry another Jew? Yeah. Well, that's called Nazism, literally. Oops. Oops. I have a funny song called Jews Are the Chosen People. I wrote it in Rikers. Jews are the chosen people, parentheses, a master race, if you will, end parentheses. And when people hear that, they go, holy fuck. You just proved that all Jews, or not all Jews, but the crazy ones, admit to being neo-Nazis. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. I'm very observant. Yes. Not that kind of observant. People can't give me shit. If you want to give me shit, do it in the comments. But don't give me some stupid thing like, you're a racist. Any moron can say words. Can you articulate and disprove what I said? No, you don't think you can. That's why people will just take cheap shots. On my videos, you see people take cheap shots at me. They don't ever rebut my points. They never argue like adults. They just take a cheap shot. I think I'm digressing from the girl story as usual. But again, who's the king of digression? Apparently the French used to digress a lot. Obviously the Jews had to fuck the nearest Jews. Like every ethnicity group, every one of them had to fuck their own kind because you couldn't survive going for fucking 5 days over the mountains to find another tribe of a different nationality or ethnicity or whatever. Do you see? All races in history have been incestuous. They fuck in their own circle. And then those kids fuck in their own circle. And then their kids fuck in their same circle. Now, as society grew, as these maggots expanded, as these cockroaches expanded across the whole globe, they started to mix and mix and mix. That's why you can see, obviously, Eskimos, Asians, Mexicans are clearly of the same direct race. Clearly. American Indians, too. Eskimos, all the same exact race as the Asians. The Filipinos, that's all the same race. The Filipinos look like the Mexicans. That ain't coincidence, people. It's all the same group. I was a little kid, and when I first heard of Darwin, I said, that's some dumb-ass shit. I don't believe in this religion shit, but this Darwin shit is as dumb as this religious shit. Right? It's like, oh, I get it. The Greeks are very different from the Irish, both white people, because maybe it was windier in Ireland, so that's why they don't have as much hair on their chest, right? Because the wind blew the hair off over thousands of years. Stupid. Oh, I get it. Asians are shorter than Europeans because the Asians, they must have lower tree branches. Yeah, that's it. In Asia, they had, or Eastern Asia, the Orient, which is more accurate than Asian, right? Orient means of the East. Asian means Russians, Middle Easterners, Indians. Asian doesn't mean what it means. It's fake. Everything is wrong. Everything is wrong. Asian doesn't mean Asian. It's wrong. Do you think Asians are shorter than Westerners? Because they had lower tree branches, so over time they had to adapt and evolve to not bump their heads. Is that your argument, Darwin? You're an idiot. Now, we definitely know there's a lot of truth to evolution. You'll see everything in nature. The grass will break through the concrete. The tree will either go around the fence or that tree will break that fence and go through it. We all know evolution. We see it every minute of every day. Things grow. Nothing just appears. Everything grows. Everything evolves. You fuck. Whoa, my semen just turned into a human. Oh my god, this human's evolving. Oh, it's getting bigger and taller. No, Asians are a different human Homo sapiens species from the Greeks. They're different. They're like Cocker Spaniels versus Pit Bulls. If you think all dogs came from one dog, you're a moron. If you think all flowers came from one flower and then the environment changed all the flowers, you're dumb. It doesn't even make any sense. If there could be one original dog that all the other dogs branched off of, well, then there just as easily could be two. 100% same chance. Like to say, who knows? Is there life in the universe besides humans and on Earth? That's not even open to debate. There is a exactly 100% chance that there is other intelligent life forms out there. We may never meet them. They may be way fucking far. There's other human or humanoid type races out there who are way behind us. There's got to be some out there that are way ahead of us. It's common sense. It's irrefutable. I'm fucking giving you an anthropology lesson here. Fuck. We're supposed to be talking about hot chicks. Oh, I'm terrible at storytelling. I should title these World's Worst Storyteller. The King of Digression. Who can out-digress me? Sorry. Obviously, the Greeks are one ethnicity. The Irish are one ethnicity. Asians, Mexicans are all the same cluster here, and so forth. So actually, even though I'm the kind of person who loves to judge people on individual merit, I can't deny the truth. There's a lot of legitimacy to racism in that if it's all Jews fucking other Jews in the same community, their heredity and all the DNA and the gene work is all replicating and replicating and replicating. So it stands to reason that the Jews, a lot of these cliches are true, right? I've seen black guys with huge dicks. I've seen white guys with huge dicks too, of course. But you see what I'm saying? It stands to reason that a lot of stereotypes, we know that a lot of stereotypes are true. And some stereotypes aren't true. But let's not lie to ourselves. What was my point? Let's now go way back to the beginning of this branch, before it evolved. And what's my point? About racism, about women, how they are versus men, whatever. Let's get back to our story of hot chicks. This is uncanny. This is virtually impossible. Almost everything in my life every day is virtually impossible, statistically. My life is like I won the lottery. Imagine if somebody won the lottery 900,000 times. You'd say, I guess it's statistically possible, but no, it's not. You must have cheated. You can't. Nobody could win the lottery 900,000 times. But I won the lottery 900,000 times, and I can show you. Metaphorically. Even better, I got robbed of my lottery winnings all 900,000 times too. Impossible and impossible. It's even lots of other people have pointed out that my life is impossible. You can talk to people about my legal cases, and you talk to legal scholars and say, that's not possible. That is not actually possible. And then they look at them and go, how the fuck did that happen? It's not possible. It's the only thing that makes me believe in supernatural or higher force. I myself have seen shit that is not fucking possible. and you have too. Um, they say don't hit on. So S is on the dance floor. I'm like, she's hot, and they said don't even think about it. She's with Ivan. You don't have a prayer. And I said, oh well, whatever. I might have been cockier and said something else. I don't know. I don't think so. This is impossible. 1 or 2 nights later at my apartment, half a mile from this club, my roommate is having a party. We have a duplex. I'm amazing. Skylights, roof patio deck. They're having a party. A lot of friends. All these art stars who are also sort of friends of mine. I'm in my bedroom finishing some stuff. I'm going to join the party in a moment. I'm in my bedroom trying to get some more work done, finish some shit. Knock, knock. Open up the door. It's Gerber, friend of ours. He just has a big joint. He says, here, this is for you for having us in your house. And I said, well, that's so nice. Thank you. I'll take this marijuana joint. Yes. Put it down. Thanks. I'll talk to you later. I got to finish this stuff. He's like, all right, come on out and talk to us when you're done. Sure. I go back to working. Knock, knock. My bedroom door. I open up my bedroom door, and there she is. S, the girl from the night before or 2 nights before. She's standing in my doorway, my bedroom doorway. And she says, dude, I thought she was about 22. She says, dude, you wouldn't have any weed, do you? And I said, it's funny that you say it. Funny that you ask. I should ask Gerber if it was a setup. I don't think it was. I say, you're in luck. So I finish my thing. I take the joint. In the kitchen right outside. We're standing by the fridge talking. She's only 17. Oh, shit. I'm getting her high. I'm 30-something maybe. I don't remember. But when I was 14, I looked 20. When I was 30, I looked 20. Right now, I'm 63 years old. And I look 62. I'm 63 years old. And I look pretty good. Some gray in the beard. I can pass for 34. The beard makes me look older. I like the scruff a little bit. It's not bad. A little dignified. I'm getting her high. She says she's 17. My mind goes crazy because at this point, I am no longer celibate. I still am kind of in my heart, but I'm also like, I don't care anymore about principles. I just want to die. I really want to die. I don't care anymore about right or wrong. I don't care. I'm sick of suffering and agonizing pain every day of my life in a world that's completely evil and rotten. I deserve to have some niceness in my life. And this girl's awesome. And she tells me she's 17. I'm thinking, oh my God, you mean I could fuck this girl and break the law at the same time? Oh yeah, that sounds pretty awesome. To men, women don't understand. Well, yes, you do. Women love to booze just like men love to booze. Come on, shut up. The women say as they're sneaking the ice cream. I'm cheating on their diets. Turns out, though, 17 was actually legal. And I didn't sleep with her till she was 18. But regardless, we're chatting, and she seems into me. At one point, she's like, are those all your guitars hanging from your ceiling? I'm like, yeah. So she knows I'm the coolest dude ever. From then on, when we bump each other in this performance space and other, because it's the whole scene of artists and performers, I bump into her several times a week. And she's getting more and more flirty with me, saying she likes my hair, la-di-da, la-di-da. She's hitting on me so much, and I love Ivan, but fair is fair. He will steal a guy's girlfriend away, and I guess I will too. Or at least try. So one night at the club, I say to her, flat out, I'm very direct. I don't play games, no fucking small talk. I don't do that fucking horseshit. I'm straightforward. I wear my heart on my sleeve, leave it or take it, or whatever, whatever the cliche is. I finally say to her one night, maybe a couple weeks later, I say, can I make out with you for 30 minutes? Or words to those effect. I want to make out with you for 30 minutes. She looks at me with these puppy dog eyes and she says, oh, that's so flattering, but I just broke up with my girlfriend. What? And I'm dating Ivan as well. What? And she says, but I'm very flattered. Thank you. Now, I was really actually hurt because I actually thought she would say yes. And nobody likes rejection. I mean, sometimes, I set myself up for rejection. On thousands of occasions, I have asked out girls who I knew would say no, and that is why I asked them out. Because I always wanted people to say, no, I hit on her, she turned me down. So people go, what? You turned him down? I like to do a lot of experiments. I'm not like most human beings. I treat everything like it's a sociological experiment, etc., etc. And I'm pretty straightforward about it. But she rejects me. And then every day after that I see her, she continues to get even more flirty, touching my hair, etc. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? One day, long story short, because there's lots of other fascinating details. Like one night I was hanging out with her and a male friend of hers. The three of us were just hanging out. And she sits on my lap and says, I want to be your little girl. And I said, what the fuck does that mean? You want to be my little girl? What does that mean? You want me to take you to Disneyland? Her friend's like, are you an idiot? I'm like, no, she said she wants to be my little girl. I don't know what the fuck that means. I'm a firm believer in saying what you mean what you say. Just say it. No ambiguity. I don't like confusion or ambiguity. I like directness. Jonathan Ames says the same thing. Jonathan Ames says he doesn't understand irony because if you know Jonathan Ames, the writer, and he's an awesome guy, he's very straightforward. He wears his heart on his sleeve. There's no reason for irony with him, so he doesn't get irony, he says. I generally avoid irony. I have a song called Irony is a Dangerous Game because it is. I get in trouble every day because people can't tell when I'm joking online. Eesh, my God, it's a bitch. Being smart on everybody sucks. At some point, within a few weeks, she sends me an email one day that says, pick a day when we will not be rushed and I will do whatever you say. And I read that and went, oh my God, holy shit. So I set a date to pick her up at her high school, her hippie high school, when she gets out at 3 p.m. We went to a park and what's my point? I'd love to get into lots of more details about it. I fucked her on ledges, 7-story ledges over buildings in New York City. I fucked her in arcades. I stripped her naked in arcades behind the machines as kids were playing. I like public sex. I like to have fun. Here's what leads to the Japanese story. Now, I'm dating this girl. She's 18. I'm, I guess, 32, something like that, maybe. My friend Brad, who's a corporate guy, he invites me and her out to dinner. He would have me go to, he had yellow fever. He would only go after Asian girls and never been with a white girl. Partially because he was small, so he liked Asian girls. Small guy. And makes sense. No matter what women say, they're lying. It's primal. They want a man who's taller than them. They're lying. If a woman says she doesn't care if a man's taller than her, she's lying either to herself or to you. If a woman says she doesn't care if the man makes more money than her, she's lying to herself or to you. This shit is primal. Can we ever escape our primal urges? I think we can, but as of right now, you haven't. So face the facts and be honest. He invites me to this Japanese restaurant in Midtown Manhattan, and I forget if he said bring your girlfriend, whatever. It's all on me. And he's getting us drunk. I go upstairs to the bathroom. Oh shit, it's Japanese seating. Now the downstairs is like a normal restaurant bar, Japanese waitress stuff. They had flirted with me in the past. He'd taken me there a couple of times before, and they flirted on me. I look like a fucking rock star. Girls flirt with me all day long. Girls hit on me all day long. Everywhere I go, girls look at me too long in the eyes and smile. Like, what the fuck does that mean? I'm not fucking hitting on you. If you want to fucking hit on me. But don't give me don't play games. I don't play games. I'm sorry. I'm not interested in that. Again, when I would ask girls out who wouldn't say yes, it was usually a sociological experiment, etc. I wasn't trying to deceive them too much. Don't get me started. Now I feel like I have to defend myself, so you idiots don't get the wrong idea. Because there's one thing humans are good at, it's getting the wrong idea, right? Watch a show called Three's Company. It's about how humans always get the wrong idea. Shakespeare's plays are all about humans getting the wrong ideas. A comedy of errors. You ever heard that? Comedy of errors. It's fucked up everything in life. I'm digressing. I go upstairs to use the bathroom, and whoa, it's traditional Japanese seating. You know what that is? Like you take your shoes off and you sit on those cushions, and they got the sliding doors with the fabric or whatever, the screens. It's empty though. Lights are off. Apparently this section is closed. The bathrooms are up here though. I go to the bathroom, but I'm like, damn, I want to fuck her. I want to fuck her up here right now. So I go downstairs and I say, go to the bathroom and I'll meet you upstairs in 2 minutes. She goes up to the bathroom. I go up there and meet her. We fuck like mad for 20 minutes, 15 minutes. And after I finish, I'm not even sure if we finished. I must have. I don't know. Whatever happened, we're putting our clothes back together. and the lights go on. Japanese owner, he says, "This is not that kind of press. You get out of here. You get out of here. This is not that kind of press." And I'm thinking, whoa, 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 what are you talking about? I know he didn't see us fucking. I know that. Didn't see much of anything. He just saw two people there. He said, "This is not that kind of press." I mean, I guess he assumed correctly. "This is not kind of press. This is not. You get out. You get out. You get out." And I'm like, "Whoa, what are you talking about?" He's like, "Also, you have your shoes on." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I didn't know at the time you're not supposed to wear your shoes in that area. Now I do." And I said, "Oh, okay, there I'm totally wrong. Yes." And he's like, "You get out. You get out." And I'm like, "Oh no, no, no." And then his wife like comes up. "This is not the kind of press. This is not the kind of press. You get out. You get out. You get out." Like, "Well, okay, I'm sorry, sorry, sorry. Didn't mean any harm. No offense." We go downstairs. My friend Brad is at the bar, furious. He's like, "You guys were gone for 20 minutes. It was kind of obvious." He's paying his bill, which you never do. If you're getting thrown out of a place, try to get thrown out without paying the bill, because they might be like, "We don't care. Just fucking get out." But he pays the bills. This story is insane. Get ready. I mean, it's not, but this is my life. It's unbelievable, impossible good luck. Unbelievable, impossible bad luck. Unfortunately, it's 80 to 20%. We get thrown out. We're out front. He's like, "You guys are idiots. You fucking jerked." I'm like, "I'm sorry." The Japanese bartender, one of them, comes running out after us. She comes up to me and shakes my hand. She says, "Hello, I'm Mari. I so sorry. Owner very traditioner." I hate anyone who makes... I gotta digress. Every human being has a legitimate, mature right to make fun of somebody else's accent or voice or anything, okay? Anyone who says racism is a fucking douchebag liar. "I'm allowed to make fun of a British person, but I'm not allowed to make fun of rednecks, or I'm not allowed to make fun of blacks or Asians." Fuck you. You fucking joke police. Anyone who says... That's the problem. A lot of these left-wingers are hardcore right-wingers, and they think there should be limits on speech, limits on humor. I'm sorry. I don't agree with you. And I'll debate you, you motherfucking morons, but you won't debate me. You'll insult me. You'll drop some talking points you learned from others, but you won't debate me like a mature adult or a civilized human being. Bring it on. So anyhow, yeah. She said, "I so sorry, owner, very traditioner, I'm so sorry." And I was like, "Yeah, don't worry about it, it's fine." Brad's like, "I come here all the time, now I can't come back here, you fucking jerk." I'm like, "Well, I'll make it up to you somehow." And so that's that. Now I'm drunk on Long Island teas, and so is S. So it's like, okay, well, he's like, "I'm going home, fuck this." I'm like, all right, all right. So I put her on the backseat of my bicycle, and I ride her downtown, down 2nd Avenue in Manhattan. We're drunk, but I can drive blindfolded. I'm fucking superhuman. And we're going by this movie theater, and I say, "Hey, let's pull over here." I lock up my bike. I say, "Hey, let's see if we can go and see a movie free." Because I'm drunk and I don't give a fuck. We literally walk right into the theater. We literally walk right up the stairs. We literally walk right into a movie. No one ever asks us for anything. No one stops us. Bizarrely, we walk into a movie theater, and it's completely empty. Multiplex. This particular screening is empty as fuck. It's maybe 9 or 10ish o'clock. It's Rugrats the movie. Well, no wonder it's fucking empty. I take S into the back row and start giving her head in the seats, while she's watching Rugrats between the fucking seats. Like, come on, girl. I know you're young. I know you're 18. I know you're young. Come on. And it's fantastic. We never get caught. We go home. But the next day, now her and I, just so you know, her and I had an open relationship. I was at the time still trying to be progressive and saying, "Listen, I'm possessive like all humans are. But I know that possessiveness is wrong and greed is wrong, so I'm trying to fucking sort this out here." And she said, "I'll go steady with you if you want." But I was trying to be civilized. It's like, no, it's wrong of me to want you all to myself. It's greedy. I'm trying to be fair. I didn't really care about being with other girls necessarily. I just didn't like the idea of... I thought monogamy was evil. And it is evil. But we're fucked. We're trapped. It's a no-win situation. We all want to be free, and we all want to be in chains. That's why all the Valentines are be mine, you're mine. It's all possessive. Love is possession. Love is slavery. We all love slavery. And we all love freedom. That's one of the curses that cunt Mother Nature did to us. Our cross to bear. One of our many crosses to bear. We love freedom, and we hate freedom. Like, we love fried foods, but we hate to get fat. it's all of life is a catch-22. That's why I've always said, please, I'd rather be dead than to fucking suffer in this fucking agony of heartbreak of every moment of being alive. I don't I don't I will skip the good if it means getting rid of all of the bad. Please, thank you. Because you'll find even all the good things in life are bad, with the exception of music, which is the greatest drug of all time, and art, which is the second greatest drug of all time, and they have no side effects. But almost everything else in life, again, right? What foods do you like most? The foods that make you the most miserable. Those are the foods we like the most. That ain't coincidence, people. Haven't you seen how the Matrix works yet? Sex is great. That's why there are STDs. That's why there's pregnancy. To make what we love bad. That's nature. It's a fucking monstrosity, and we still give it too much credit. We shouldn't. We know that in most ways, nature is bad. Anyhow, I start to think to myself that day or the next, I'm like, you know what, Mari, that girl she shook my hand first. She seemed to come out there like she almost seemed like she was into me. So I did something fun. I wrote a little note, funny little note, put it in an envelope, mailed it to the restaurant with her first name, Mari, saying, if you want to go on a date, email me. I get an email in a couple days. She writes a funny email back. Her English is terrible, but she writes a pretty funny email back. Like, I'm making fun of, like, I love long walks on the beach. But not quite. I'm making fun of the romantic cliches. Favorite color, magenta. She writes a funny thing back. We go on a date. That's why and then first date. I think it was maybe the first date at the bar. We're at a bar. That's where I invented the ice rape lime, or whatever it's called, kiss. And she says to me, "Can we go somewhere?" Now, I still don't know much about girls at this point because I've been sworn to celibacy my whole life. Remember, I didn't touch a girl from 19 to 29. That's how fucking amazing I am. I had naked girls in my bed begging me to fuck them, girls I was in love with. I'd be in bed with an 18-year-old girl who my roommates got while I was in jail for our third roommate, and she'd say, "You can sleep in my bed at night if you just want to cuddle." I'm like, "Okay, I'm sworn to celibacy, but I like to cuddle. I will definitely snuggle with you." And we'd be snuggling. This 18-year-old blonde girl, she'd say, "I love anal sex." And I'd say, "So why are you telling me?" You know I'm sworn to celibacy. And she would try to for me. And, but I was a fucking asshole. I mean, I wasn't. I have regrets and I don't have regrets. You know, everything in life is what? A double-edged sword. Everything cuts both ways. We're doomed. The human condition is one of suffering, misery, and doom. You could say that about pretty much every creature on the planet. So, where was I going with this? This was so exciting. But so she says, "Can we go somewhere?" And I'm thinking, what do you mean? What do you want to go? Oh, so it was Reverend Jen who ruined my 10 years of complete great celibacy. And I didn't want to fuck Reverend Jen. I loved her madly, but I saw her as this innocent, pure creature, but she wasn't. She's a sexy, sex machine, cynical, smartass. She just comes off as a retarded, unicorn-loving 13-year-old girl. I loved her here. Women, if you don't know this, men have 3 zones, okay? Women don't operate the same way. There are 3. It's the holy trinity of men. Some women will win over our our dicks and our hearts, but not our brains. Maybe like a dumb slut. Some women win over our brains and our dicks, but not our hearts. Some women win all 3. Some women only win one of those 3 categories. You might just want to fuck them, but your heart doesn't care about them and your brain doesn't care about them. That's how the male human species operates, ladies. There's 3 elements to our... And, oh shit, I almost cracking an hour. I'm a fucking asshole. These videos, oh my god, I'm a fucking horrible storyteller. I'm so sorry. It's like, who's going to even watch these if they're all fucking an hour long? It's fucking insane. But again, it's not necessarily meant to be watched. These are like historical diaries, kind of. Hopefully, somebody's going to kill me sooner than later. I'm trying my best. As I was saying, this girl, she says, "Can we?" Oh yeah, so Reverend Jen, Reverend Jen had my brain and my heart 100%, but not my dick even slightly. I didn't look at her as a sex object. You know what I mean? Women, in many ways, it is good to have your man look at you as a sex object. You really do want them to be turned on by you, not just in love with you and in love with you. you should want them to be in love, complete, win it all, win all three. Reverend Jen, I loved her so much, I knew she wouldn't be my friend anymore if I didn't put out. So that's why I ruined the celibacy at 29. And I wanted to die a virgin, actually. But so this girl, S was the one who actually turned me into a sex machine. S, the sexy 18-year-old girl, was so free and so sexy that she got me to actually celebrate. I was always kind of anti-sexuality. It's too primal. I'm a super intellectual. Okay, I'm not a slave to my dick. But she kind of trained me to be completely, just be free. And it was nice. She was pretty awesome. And we broke up because she jumped to a wrong conclusion and fucked everything up. Let's not digress. So when this Asian girl said, Mari, when she said, is there somewhere we can go? I didn't know what she meant. Then I realized, oh, she means like so we can fool around instead of this bar. So I'm like, well, do you mean like, I said, I live half a mile away. She's like, okay. Went to her house. This was so sexy. She was wearing a dress, I think a strapless dress. So as soon as I got her in the apartment, I just grabbed it, took it down. I could have fucked her. And I almost did because I was drunk and in the heat of the moment. But then, at the last second, I said, can I fuck your brains out? As I was fucking her mouth. And she said, yes. And I was going to. I caught myself. It's like, whoa, Christopher, what are you doing? Even as a sex maniac, I'm not going to want to fuck everything that moves. It still cheapens it. I like sex to be special. I like love to be special. I'm romantic. I'd rather be alone than in a cheesy relationship. I guess I shouldn't give any more stories about females because we're fucking maxed out here. Holy fuck. But again, do you see how crazy that is? Even Reverend Jen, crazy. I saw her perform on stage and I said, the moment, it was love at first sight. I said, oh my God, I love her. She's such a dork. Oh, such a unique dork. I love her. And she eventually ended up passing me a note. That happens a lot. She hit on me. Delfino, my fiance. I saw her on stage and almost immediately I was like, damn, she looks like Tracy Nelson. If you know who Tracy Nelson is, Google her. Tracy Nelson. She was an actress in the 80s, maybe? I don't know. Tracy Nelson, I had a crush on her. Beautiful and dorky at the same time. And I saw this girl. She had a purple Stratocaster, and I'm not going to lie to you. I saw her, and I said, oh, no, she's a girl who plays guitar. That's going to be horrible. Women, you can say what you want. It's taken you this long to catch up to men. Right? Before Kim Gordon, there weren't even that many female musicians on the planet. That's outrageous. You can't say, the patriarchy kept me from buying an instrument. I'm sorry, ladies. I agree there's a patriarchy, and they're evil. But if you want us to believe that women don't play instruments because of the patriarchy, now you've gone too far. I'm not going to allow that shit. I'm not going to allow that horse shit. Nobody stopped girls from buying bass guitars. Women stopped themselves. Like, nobody's stopping women from running for office in America. Women are stopping women. They're just not doing it. It's not like shitloads of women are running for office and they're just losing all the elections because we want to vote. We don't trust women in office. It's because women will not get off their asses and do their part. Thank God for Kim Gordon on bass. She turned millions of women into fucking being instrumentalists because, remember, she influenced so many people and then they influence people and then they influence people. Huge. Her influence, you can't, most of you won't understand the difference between before Kim Gordon and after Kim Gordon of Sonic Youth. She changed the world forever. She really did. Because she looked cool as shit playing her bass. And girls need a role. All humans need a role model. Look at Yngwie Malmsteen. I'm now digressing about music. Yngwie Malmsteen, when he came out, everyone was like, all the guitarists like, holy fuck, this guy is jaw-droppingly fast. Now, only a dumb person thought he was jaw-droppingly fast. The shit he's doing is easy. Shit he's doing is fucking, those arpeggios are fucking easy. It's like pick scrape. Whoa, it sounds like a fucking $1 million. And it couldn't be more hack or easy. That's the way most things are in life. If it looks hard, it's not. And if it looks easy, it's not. Everything is what? Backwards. Thank you. I've coined the term in junior high, backwardism. I saw that everything was perfectly backwards, so I coined the term backwardism. And I later coined the term hyper-irony because it's not the same as backwardism is not the same thing as irony. Backwardism is like super duper maximum irony. Yngwie Malmsteen. I wasn't that impressed by Yngwie. One, because I never based my guitar playing on what others could do. My goal, you know what inspired me as a guitarist? The little Chinese kids spinning plates. I'm like, if they can do this fucking crazy physical shit from practicing, I can do crazy physical shit from practicing. Plus, I'd already heard Al Di Meola and other guitarists who were just as fast as Yngwie. But here's my point. Most guitarists hadn't heard them. When Yngwie came out, it sent a message to all the dumb teenage boys and guitarists that, oh my God, you mean I can play faster? It's like, how did you not know you could play faster? And now, you can watch YouTube now, the fucking girls fucking shred light years ahead of Yngwie Malmsteen. All of these progressions were artificial. It's because you humans learn by looking at others, which is not a good thing to do. Humans learn from the past. We learn by studying how the other human beings are doing it. How's he getting water out of the ground? How's he starting fire? He's banging two rocks together. Oh, show me how you do that. We learn from imitation. Now, it makes a lot of sense in some ways, but overall, it's horrifically destructive to progress, right? How do we move forward if everybody's imitating the past? That's why I've always been anti-education. I don't want you to I don't think Guitar Magazine should teach kids how to play Eruption. I think that's dangerous because if you don't, those kids are all going to go in their bedrooms and try to figure out how to do that. How the fuck does he do that? And a lot of them are going to make mistakes and do it wrong and come up with other ideas. You see? But if you show them exactly how to do it, there will be no mistakes made and they won't invent a new technique. Education, for the most part, is a horrible thing. That's why I'm the smartest human being of all time, because all of my ideas came from here. They didn't come from books. I didn't get any of my ideas from books. I didn't read. Education, I didn't pay attention in school. Until I was in my 30s, I thought Socrates was a Greek god like Zeus and the rest. I thought Aristotle, all of them, I thought they were Greek gods. Aristotle, Socrates, Zeus, whatever. I didn't find I'm the most illiterate human you probably could ever find in Western civilization. I deliberately would refuse to learn. I'm the greatest guitarist of all time. I still don't even know the letters of the strings. I'm not joking. I couldn't play a G chord. My life depended on it. I don't know how to play a G chord or an A chord. I've never learned them. Why would I? Why would I learn that chord? Why wouldn't I would learn my own chords? I want to express myself. Now, I'm not being a snob. There's a lot of great reasons. Even I recently have had to try to learn just what I needed for a recording project. I've never learned other people's music, and I have to agree, it's fun. It's like a puzzle. It's fun. Learning other people's work is fun. I agree. And I'm not one of those people who hates cover bands. I would love to be in a cover band for the rest of my life. I'm not a snob. When I was a boy, I saw the wedding bands at fucking Christmas parties, the jazzy Christmas tune bands, and I saw that and said, wow, I love that. I love that. I would love to just be a drummer in a wedding band. I'm not a snob like you human beings. I don't look down on the workers at McDonald's. I never have. I'm not like you humans. And you only look down on these people because everybody else does. It's all artificial. I've never insulted somebody who flips burgers. I don't think the guy who's a millionaire is better than you. In fact, I would most time argue the opposite. He became a millionaire by being a scumbag. The person who flips burgers is a lot better person. That's why, hey, I used to deliver food. And people would insult me, or even customers and coworkers would be like, "You're actually really smart." Every factory I worked in, most of my life I worked in factories. People like all the workers, everybody, they'd be like, "You're too smart to be working here. Why are you working here? You're fucking really smart." And I'd say, what's wrong with working here? I like doing physical labor. I'm getting paid to exercise. I also really liked working in factories and the machines because it was mindless, repetitive tasks. So while I'm doing these repetitive tasks, which are exercise, I'm getting paid to exercise. I don't have to use my brain. So I'm using my brain for other things, artistic purposes, solving the world's problems, etc. Do you see? I never understood why you would insult blue-collar workers. I think that's stupid. It's ignorant. When I was a food delivery guy, everybody like, "You're brilliant. Why are you delivering food, you loser?" And I'd be like, "Are you nuts? I make $50 an hour. I work 3-hour shifts. I make $50 an hour at least. Free meals. They provide the bicycle and fix it. I get paid to ride around the neighborhood, going into strangers' houses and seeing what their apartments are like." See, you humans, you just automatically judge each other. I don't do that. You'll see that. I never judge others. I mean, I do, but I always say to them this. I first say, "Why do you do that?" I want to hear your side, and then I'm going to judge you. And what I found is they never want to tell their side. If they're bad, if they're legitimate, they'll tell you, oh, I do this because of this. And you go, oh, that's a pretty good reason. Humans don't do that. We love to judge others without knowing the facts. You still do it every fucking day. We all do it every day. I'm pretty good at not doing it. I really am. I will always hear you out and other opposing viewpoints. I don't want to hear everybody say the same thing as me. To me, that's boring. Right? When I ask people about to review my records or my music and my videos, and they say, "Oh, it's genius," I'm like, I don't want to hear that. It's not a fun answer. Do you understand? It's boring. If everybody just says, "Oh, your shit's great," we're humans. We like conflict. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily want anybody to say I hate it, but I want them to say this I like and this I don't. You know, I want something to grab onto there. If everything is just the same, it becomes too boring. Fuck, I gotta go. It's fucking 5:38 a.m. and I spent 7 hours today doing nothing, trying to get my fucking MacBook to work, trying to get my thing to work. I couldn't get my fucking debit card to work. That didn't work. It's gonna take fucking 15 hours to fix that shit, and it's not my fault. They're killing us, ladies and gentlemen. Every minute of every day, they're killing us. But spread the word. If you know any really smart, really funny alpha females who want to make a lot of money doing art and music around the world, have a nice day. And I really mean it.